For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. The storybook season is complete.
You know, Dirt, I don't know if it's Gary Payton sour grapes or Sean Kemp sour grapes or Hersey Hawkins sour grapes or Perkins or Shrimp, McIlvain. You know, I don't know what it is, but something weird and unsatisfying about hearing Oklahoma City is the NBA champion.
Yeah, it really pissed me off. That sucked. Everything about yesterday sucked. It all sucked. I did see a pretty funny college football Reddit post that said, imagine telling people in Oklahoma in 2001, that was the last time Oklahoma won a national championship with Bob Stoops, that in 2001, you're going to win an NBA championship before you win another college football national title. And people, because that would
have blown their mind.
They wouldn't, like, the idea of even having an NBA team didn't even exist.
Yeah.
They didn't come about for basically another 10 years, and that was nearly a quarter century ago, and they have won an NBA championship before another college football title.
I just admittedly, I totally think they deserved it. They obviously are a remarkable
blah, blah,
team.
blah. They're good. Yeah, we all know they're good. Screw Oklahoma City, dude. Screw them. One guy from Oklahoma City, one media member I saw, somehow he showed up in my algorithm on Twitter. I can't believe it actually happened. I can't believe it. Like, what? Why can't you believe you won 68 games this year? You were 68 and 14.
They've never won a championship.
Oh, yeah, and their 15-year history.
17.
Dear God, 17-year history. Are you kidding me? You go 50 years without winning a title, and then tell me how it feels, Oklahoma City. Go 14 years without winning a first-round playoff series, then tell me how it feels.
I know, but you got to admit they've gone through some weird stuff. Where
yeah, like 3 MVPs. Yeah, weird history. In 17 years, they've only had 3 MVPs.
No, I mean,
they've only been to 2 NBA finals and multiple conference finals.
Look, certainly I'm here with you emotionally, okay? But I do understand the point of
asterisk too. They would have lost if Halliburton didn't get hurt.
Yes, we need to get
fake
into
title.
that.
Fake title. You can tell by their
Fake
celebration
title.
too. I think if you look at the Kevin Durant celebration in Golden State,
no,
he knew. He was like, "Damn it, I shouldn't have done that." OKC was walking around like shaking hands. They knew.
Well, they knew it was over.
Asterisk title.
No,
doesn't count. I'm not counting half a title. OKC.
I'll tell you this, and maybe I'm wrong here. I did think you saw some, like Jalen Williams was crying.
Yeah, he was crying.
That was pretty emotional.
He's fine, I guess.
I have been wondering, do teams celebrate the same that they used to?
I think it depends on how you win and who you beat,
Because to me, it feels like back in the day, teams celebrated, then dapped up. You see this in college baseball, right? You see the team dog pile. They do their hugs, their high fives, their crying, emotional moments. And then they do the
celebration.
Good game line.
Yes.
Hockey, same thing. Gloves everywhere.
Yeah.
Sticks on the ice. Skate around. Emotional.
The team waits around until they're done celebrating, and then you do the handshake line.
And I've been watching a lot of old school, because tomorrow we got a specialty show for you. We recorded for an hour and 20 minutes in our offices.
What a dumb idea that was.
Our NBA all-time top 10, which if you catch it tomorrow, you're probably going to hate us, but I already said it's probably going to change in 5 years.
Yeah.
And all of it's kind of stupid because I don't think there really is just one. I think there's a farm of goats.
Yes.
Okay? But one thing in watching some of these old school games that I have been in my off time is when you watch these teams celebrate, it's all a rush immediately. I just watched the Suns lose in the finals to the Bulls. Paxson hits the shot. The Suns' final shot is a terrible play that Kevin Johnson can't get off. Charles Barkley never touches the ball.
Great last possession.
Game over. Game 6 is done. Michael Jordan has won.
Another title.
Another championship, his 3rd in a row. And I'm watching the Bulls celebrate, and they're all just running together in a big pile, going crazy, and the Suns are just dazed and confused, waiting to high-five and say good game. Whereas I feel like now in the NBA at least, and maybe even a little in the NFL, it's like immediate, hey, good game.
Yeah, you go dap up first.
Hey, and then because then celebrating after that is weird.
It is, because then the moment's kind of gone. It's not the the clock hits 0. We're champion. Like, that's when the big celebration happens, not the dapping up.
I think they're doing it backwards right now in the NBA, and I don't know when that started, but I feel like it's backwards. They should be celebrating first.
Yeah, and then shaking hands.
If
I'm being honest,
have to wait.
To be honest with you, too, I would just tell the losers to get the hell off the floor. I wouldn't want to go shake somebody's hand after that if I lost.
That's a 7-game battle,
I'm not saying it's not a 7-game battle. Like, go do it in the tunnel after the game. Like, you don't need to do it on the floor. I don't need to see that.
See, I'm the sicko that's in the dugout watching you celebrate, going,
Sitting on the bench.
I will be there one day.
Well,
I will be that guy.
Indiana won't be there next year, but I digress. I just
You like that Bane trade more, don't you?
yeah, it looks better in the East now because all of a sudden everybody's hurt in that conference. 3 of the best players in the Eastern Conference are now out for the entire year next year. Somebody was doing a side-by-side video of the celebration in hockey and NBA and how different it was, and it was weird. And I don't know if it's just what's happening now in the NBA. I can't tell you what Denver did to celebrate or how Milwaukee's celebration did, right? Like, we get caught in the moment with these things. I do wonder, I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek, but the injury in the first quarter sucked the entire life out of that game. That was a game 7.
It did, but then they had a halftime lead.
They had that's great. And then in the third quarter, all of a sudden you look up and you're like, all right, there you go. Now you're down by 10 and you don't have your best player. And how long can you actually do this for?
That, yeah.
Like that, he came out and hit 3 threes right out of the gate. And you're like, uh-oh. This is going to be a game. And then that happened, and just watching at home. And I'm wondering if there was a little bit of that, too, of like even in the arena. I think Obi Toppin was the one after the game. He was like, yeah, it sucked the life out of our locker room. And how does it not? Your best player goes down in the first quarter of a game 7. It was like when Colt McCoy got hurt against Alabama in the title game. And then ended up being like a okay game. But it's that was the whole build-up.
What was the backup in that? Gilbert Grape. What was his name?
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Was it Garrett?
Garrett Grape? No, not Garrett.
Why do I have it as a G?
It's definitely a G.
Is it definitely a G?
I feel like it's
But
a G.
I remember that feeling, too, of like, yeah, he left in the first quarter pretty early. He's not coming back. Backup quarterback against
Garrett Gilbert.
Yeah, Garrett
Gilbert came in the first quarter.
Might as well be a Garrett.
And they hung around for a while, and Alabama pulled away and won 37-21. So it's like, it just all that build up. Texas, are they going to win another one against Alabama? 2 big programs, and just kind of a dud right out of the
I got
gate.
an emotional comp. Me and Will were doing a show when this happened live. I interrupted a take that Ortner was giving to
It was fire.
What was?
My take.
I don't remember what it was.
You cut off a fire take?
I did.
So good.
Ooh,
Right
buddy.
in the middle. Imagine interrupting Stephen A. Smith in the middle of him yelling at you.
Controversial, man. Big Parker, you don't know what you're talking about. If anybody missed the pre and halftime show, that's how it sounded yesterday.
My daughter looked at me and goes, "Why is this man screaming at me? Does he not know he has a microphone on his ear?" And I went, This is sports television
I
now.
think Bob Myers even had a line where he was like, just because you're yelling doesn't mean it's a good point or something like that.
Yeah, well, I digress.